Guys, it really doesn't get much better than this Dallas, Texas Masterplanned community that we are in today. We have amazing homes like this Toll Brothers house that we're about to hop in today. We also are going to be touring 2 more homes here in this community in particular. There are amazing amenities that we're going to talk about. I'm going to show you tons of footage of what you can expect life to be like when you live in this neighborhood. But to top all of that, you also have a super convenient location to be able to get into downtown Dallas, as well as Frisco, which is one of the most popular suburbs in the entire DFW metro. Guys, we are in Celina, Texas at the Masterplanned Community Light Farms, and this has been one of the most popular masterplanned communities to build new construction homes in the entire Dallas, Texas area, as well as the entire DFW metro. Guys, it is hard to compete with this community. It is one of the best around. It's always been the one that's drawn me personally, for me and my family. We've always considered this as an option to live. So I'm excited to show you this. So let's go ahead and check out this home right here. This is a 2,300 square foot home, 3-bed, 2-bath home here in Light Farms, built by Toll Brothers. Let's get into it. I'm gonna reveal the price at the end. My name is Michael Caraway. I'm a realtor here in the DFW metro. And like I said, we're about to jump into that first home. I'm excited to show you. It's crazy how big it actually feels for the amount of square footage that's in there. You're gonna have to let me know what you think. And that's why I wanted to pop up here real quick and let you know that, hey, as we're going through these home tours today, please drop below in the comments what you think of these homes. It's helpful for us to be able to hear that, to understand what you guys like, so that in the future, we can make sure we're touring homes that you want to see. So drop in the comments as you continue to watch this video and let us know what you think of each home. And without further ado, let's get into that first home. All right, guys, we are outside of the Ellie transitional floor plan from Toll Brothers. It is in their elite collection. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath, 2,300 square foot home. It's beautiful. The price is great, which we're going to get to here pretty soon. Honestly, you're not going to believe how much space there are in some of these places inside this house. So let's go check it out. So the first thing I notice is how wide these hallways are. You don't typically see this in a 2,300 square foot house. That's the media room. We're gonna come back to that, but I wanna get you inside of this main living area. Check out that beautiful fireplace. I love the tile, the marble looking tile in there. Got your gas fireplace right there. Nice mantle. And these windows are massive. Really fills the entire room with light, so you gotta love that. The kitchen actually has floor to ceiling cabinets, which I absolutely love. I love that look, how clean it is, that seamless transition from the trim up into the ceiling is always just a nice look. And you don't typically find that in this price point, which we're gonna get to here shortly. But let's go into the kitchen a little bit more. Beautiful gray backsplash of the herringbone pattern there. Got your white cabinets. The nice stainless steel Whirlpool appliances. Got the Whirlpool gas range. That is a 5-burner. And you can see this island is a really good size for an island. Again, for this size, for 2,300 square foot, I'm really impressed with all the size in here that they put in this home. But this is one of the areas that I was most surprised about, and that is the pantry. Usually in a home like this, it stops about right there. But I was surprised to see that actually, if you peek your way back, there is a ton more storage back here. So that's a huge win for this house. All right, so we're gonna head back out here. We're gonna go over into this main dining area. So you've got an eat-in kitchen here. No formal dining room, but plenty of space in this little area for a big, nice table. Fit plenty of family members here. As you can see, looking out into the kitchen, you just got a good sight line between the kitchen and the living room, which is what everybody's going for. You want that open space to be able to hang out and entertain people. All right, so we are actually about to head back into there, which is actually the master bedroom. We're gonna check that out here in a second. First, I wanna step outside because I'm gonna show you something that's a little concerning that a lot of people wouldn't notice right away. So we step outside and we have a nice patio here. And honestly, really good space, plenty of room for patio furniture. Nice little table out here, your grill. A lot of people might put like a TV or something up on the wall. I guess on this side, that's where your outlets are. It's actually already pre-wired for some speakers out here as well. So all is good on the patio. But if you can hear in the background, I don't know if you're gonna be able to or not, there's actually a super busy road right on the other side of this wall here. So that is concerning because a lot of people, when they see these homes online, are not gonna necessarily know where the lot is. That's a huge reason why it's important to have somebody here boots on the ground when you're looking at homes so that they can tell you, hey, this lot is actually backing up to a super busy road. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to make the move here from out of state. Definitely reach out to us. You want somebody like us in your back pocket to be able to research the lots, research the builder, provide insight to that. You can reach out to us anytime. We'd be happy and honored to help you make the move here to the DFW Metro. All right, I am excited to go into that bathroom, but first, check out this huge master. Again, for 2,300 square foot. This just does not seem like they really sacrifice space anywhere. Now granted, it is a 3-bed house, so they were able to spread out that square footage amongst all the bedrooms, but this is a really good sized master. Again, for the price, you really can't beat it, which we're about to get to here shortly. First, check out this master bathroom. I mean, look at the flooring, you got the marble tile look there, you've got beautiful gray cabinetry, the white countertops. The shower was really well done. I really like the tile on the floor, as well as carrying up that marble look up into the shower tile as well. I think this is a really clean, sleek look. Got the double vanity actually, so 2 vanities in here, tons of storage. Got an actual massive closet here for storage as well. Got your water closet, and then again, not skimping out on space at all. Carries out over to here and then back over to there as well. So plenty of space here. All right, so got the media room here in that main hallway. Again, very nice size media room. Could be converted to a bedroom down the road, which I really like from a value standpoint. You could buy this as a 3-bed, convert this space to a 4th bed, and even if you're feeling crazy, coming back over here, you've got this huge office right here, which would make a great office, get some natural light in here, but this could easily be converted to another bedroom as well. So you could possibly get 5 bedrooms in this house. Not saying I would necessarily recommend it, but if you're looking for ways to add value to the house, that's an option. You also have a massive laundry room. Again, normally laundry rooms like start right here, they cram in the washer dryer and they call this good, but being able to have all this extra space over there for storage is a huge win. I imagine some shelving, be able to put your coats, your shoes, all that kind of stuff. Really good space there. 2-car garage, nothing fancy. I'm not gonna show you that today. Room for some built-ins for more storage, which I love. Another storage closet here. And then making our way back here, we've kind of got these secondary bedrooms. Great size little bedrooms. Nice ceiling height in here as well. Bathroom. And we have the last bedroom. And this is a very good sized bedroom. All right guys, so obviously a great home for 2,300 square foot. You do not feel like this is a small house at all. You have plenty of square footage in each of the rooms. You've got that extra media room that's good size. You've got the office that's really good size. And then again, this entertainment space out here is really good size as well. So what do you think the price is? Definitely drop in the comments below what you think this home would be listed at. So this home that we're actually in right now is actually ready to be sold. So they have it listed on the MLS. And you could get this home today for $674,000. So brand new home, 2,300 square foot, 3-bed, 2-bath home for $674,000. That's a pretty good deal, considering that you are in Light Farms, one of the most sought after neighborhoods here in the DFW Metro. But the cool thing about this is that, hey, maybe you don't like this floor plan, maybe you want something a little bit bigger. Well, Toll Brothers specifically has a ton of lots available. I just drove around the neighborhood, saw all of the lots that they have that are ready to be sold very soon. There are a ton coming up in really good lot locations. So if you don't like this floor plan, maybe you want something bigger, a little bit different configuration, there's definitely opportunities for that. So definitely reach out if you want us to figure out what could work best for you. All right, so we have one more home tour in the Elite Collection by Toll Brothers. Then we're gonna actually jump up to their Select Collection, see their premium product, and we're gonna get to your amenities here in Light Farms, which you're gonna be mind blown at what you get. You're gonna understand why this is such a good deal here in Light Farms. So let's get to it now. So what did you think of the house? Let me know what your thoughts were, if you liked it, you didn't like it. If you thought it felt pretty spacious in there, let me know in the comments below. You know, from my perspective, the house just felt a lot more spacious than what I thought it would after seeing the square footage. I liked the fact that it wasn't too crammed. I liked the fact that it had the media room and the office that could be converted to a bedroom down the road. A lot of huge wins for that home. But the home is one part of it. The other part of it is location. So where the heck is Light Farms? Is it realistically a place that could work for you? What's around it? What are commute times like? We're gonna cover all of that stuff right now before getting into the next tour that we're gonna talk about. So let's get into the map now. All right, so as you can see, Light Farms is on the very far north side of the DFW Metro, pretty much straight north of Dallas, Texas. So some references that people are commonly looking at are gonna be Frisco. And Frisco is one of the most popular suburbs around here. That's right here. People joke that the DFW Metro is actually becoming the DFFW Metro, which would stand for Dallas Fort Worth. I guess it would be Dallas Frisco Fort Worth Metro. Never actually said that out loud. Had to struggle with that one a little bit, but Frisco is going to be a hotspot as far as employment goes, things to do, live sports, being able to go to the PGA headquarters and the golf, all the golf that's in that area. Tons of stuff to do in Frisco. So we're just north of that, just on the north side of Prosper. Celina, actually, I'm going to click out of Light Farms and just show you Celina. So Celina is this whole area right here. I believe there's about a population of around 40,000 people right now, and that population is projected to get as high as around 280 to 300,000 people over the years to come. So it's going to blow up. Right now in Celina, if you're looking on the north side, of Celina, you're going to get, it's pretty much mostly rural up there. You have a little bit of, residential developments that are sprinkled everywhere. You've got Celina High School, but really, as far as what's in Celina right now, you're gonna have your residential neighborhoods that are sprinkled all throughout Celina. You've got some stuff that we're gonna talk about down here as far as just like some small retail. Really, the main draw to Celina right now is going to be downtown Celina, which is pretty much smack dab right in the center of Celina. So yeah, downtown Celina is really, really cute, to be honest. It's not massive by any means, but you have some really nice boutiques, really nice restaurants there. You got a coffee shop there, Summer Moon. You've got a barbecue restaurant. There's a lot going on right there, but there's actually more to come. They have a huge master plan for how they're going to be expanding that entire downtown. It's going to be a pretty massive undertaking. It's already in progress as far as laying the foundation of those improvements, but a lot of exciting things happening in Celina, in the downtown area specifically. But let's go ahead and get back into this more bird's eye view. I want to show you, if you're living in Light Farms, what's a realistic commute going to be looking like to Dallas? So if you're going to be going from Light Farms down into Dallas, the center of Dallas, right now it's about 10:20 a.m. You're gonna be looking at about 45 minutes. Would not be surprised if that bumps up to an hour or so during rush hour. So not a terrible commute, it's doable, not ideal obviously. Let's say if you're gonna go to Fort Worth every day. Fort Worth right now is saying pretty much exactly an hour. I think that would easily bump up to an hour and a half during rush hour. And then the other milestone we're gonna look at here is going to be the DFW International Airport. If you're going to be using the airport often, you're looking at about 40 minutes there. It's a not quick, but an easy drive, I will say, to get on Dallas North Tollway, which doesn't clog up too much. There's a few spots near Frisco that it does, but should be pretty smooth sailing, especially once you get onto Sam Rayburn Tollway down into DFW International. Now, if you live in Light Farms, really the most convenient places for you to go is if you're looking for, getting out and going out to eat, going shopping, or just doing some sort of entertainment with the family. Really, you're going to be looking at, there's a few options, but I'll say the primary place where you're going to have the most options of things to do is going to be Frisco. And if we look at the center of Frisco to Light Farms, you're looking at about a 20-minute drive. Now, see here that it's actually pretty well into Frisco. It's central Frisco. And right in that area, you're going to have the rail district. You're going to have FC Dallas. You're going to have the Frisco Square, a lot of things over in this area, Frisco Library. So all that kind of stuff is about 20 minutes away. But As soon as you cross 380 right here, which is another highway, that's technically Frisco. So what you will have very convenient access to is going to be the PGA of America headquarters, and all of the development going on around that. That is only 17 minutes away. And so that's a really, really awesome area. Tons of things going up there. There's a Fields, it's called Fields West, which is a huge shopping area and dining area that's popping up, town center. There's also around this area over here is going to be Universal Studios popping up. So all of that within a 15 to 20 minute drive. So you're going to have plenty of options for things to do within that 15 to 20 minute drive from Light Farms. Now the other area that is ready to go and very convenient for you if you're living in Light Farms is going to be the Gates of Prosper. Gates of Prosper is a big town center. They've got a lot of shopping there, like more big box retailers. They've got some dining options there that are pretty decent. You know, you've got Gloria's, which is good. You got Fish City Grill, some good options over in that area. And you're only about 12 minutes is what it's saying right now, but you know, 10 minutes or so commute to Gates of Prosper to be able to get access to all that kind of stuff. Now, immediately outside of Light Farms, you're not going to have a ton yet. So what you have right now, you've got a little bit of retail that's sprinkled across Frontier Parkway right here. I shouldn't even say retail, it's more, a lot of it is going to be more like food vendors. You know, like right here you have Swig, which is like a craft soda shop, or like right here along Preston Road, you've got another Mexican restaurant here, you got like a Jersey Mike's. There's definitely stuff to do pretty close to the neighborhood as far as getting stuff to eat, but you're not necessarily super close to a lot of things to do right here. You do have Frontier Park right across the street from Light Farms. Again, Light Farms is right here. You got Frontier Park. So Frontier Park is a massive park, has a bunch of baseball fields, you got playgrounds, you've got trails, open areas. So that's right there. And then you actually have the Prosper ISD football stadium right here as well. That's located right here across Light Farms. So that's a nice little benefit, is that your kids are not necessarily going to have to travel very far to go to the football game on a Friday night. So, and Light Farms does, for the most part, route to Prosper ISD. Make sure you're checking with us on the different areas that do route to Prosper ISD versus the ones that route to Celina ISD. One thing I really want to make sure I hit on right now is that right now, you have this Dallas Parkway roadway, which is one of the two main roadways to get into Celina. You've got Dallas Parkway and you've got Preston Road right here. So those are going to be your two arteries into Celina. Right now, Dallas Parkway actually becomes Dallas North Tollway right here, just on the south side of 380 right here. And this is a freeway, it's a tollway. You've got 70 mile per hour traffic, 75 mile per hour traffic going very quickly right here. And obviously with that comes noise. Right now, this is just a normal highway. Technically it's a parkway, but it looks more like a highway. So you're not getting tons of traffic right here going up through Dallas Parkway right now, which goes right on the west side of Light Farms. That being said, there are plans to continue to expand Dallas North Tollway northward. It's happening. It's going to continue up through Light Farms. So the one thing I want to make sure you know is that you're going to have Dallas North Tollway over the next few years going right next to your neighborhood. So if you're on this very west side of Light Farms, you're going to hear that traffic. It's definitely going to impact you. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're looking at Light Farms. I personally would be looking a little bit further on the east side, but there's always the option of buying on this west side. The noise is not going to bother you. Now, the positive of Dallas North Tollway expanding up this way and Celina just expanding in general is that you're going to have a lot more pop up near Light Farms and Celina over the next few years. There's a Costco coming. There's going to be tons of retail popping up along this Dallas Parkway, tons of restaurant options that pop up over here. So you are buying in an area early on that's going to see a lot of growth. But with that, you're also going to have to deal with a lot of construction in Celina over the next few years with how much is planned to come here. So that's just something you have to keep in mind if you're going to be moving to Celina and in Light Farms specifically. So now that you've seen Light Farms on the map, you know it's around, you know where it's located and all of that kind of stuff, hopefully that gives you a little bit more confidence to potentially buy in Southern Celina. Now we are about to get into that second home tour, but first, if you're liking this video, if you're getting some sort of value from it, please like this video because that is how we are going to be able to get in front of more people that are just like you, trying to figure out where in the heck they should live in the DFW metro. It's the only way that this video is able to show up to other people that need to see it. And with that, let's get into the second house tour of today. All right guys, we are in front of the next Toll Brothers home. This is a Carina floor plan. It's actually 2,100 square foot, so a little bit less square footage than that last home that we toured. This is actually more expensive too. It's a 3-bed, 3-bath. We gotta hop inside. You gotta let us know if you think that this is worth more than the last one we toured or if you think it should be less. Let's go check it out. All right, so very similar vibe as you walk in. Nice wide hallways, which you absolutely love. The thing that stands out about this though is how open this space is. It is a complete rectangle in this living space here. Obviously you've got the huge glass sliders here, which we've got to open up just so you can get the whole vibe of this house. This is where it's at right here. It's absolutely beautiful. As you can see, as I step back, so much natural light just flows in from here. Love the indoor-outdoor living. We'll actually hop back outside here in a minute. But check out this kitchen. Like, this is a beautiful kitchen, a little bit bigger island than the last house we were in. And just imagine yourself like washing dishes, if you're into that kind of thing. Being able to wash dishes, see the kids play outside through that big glass sliding door. Just a huge win for this kind of layout. You've got the Whirlpool appliances still, same appliances as the last one. Nice hood. You've got the oven and the microwave right back here. Cabinets, good quality cabinet. They're not gonna be soft close. That's usually an upgrade. These spec homes a lot of times don't have them. Decent sized pantry, nowhere near the size that we were in last time. Again, this is less square footage. They've just elevated the design a little bit more, added features like the big sliding glass door. But generally speaking, the other one definitely feels a little bit more spacious. So while the door's open, let's go ahead and head outside so you can get an idea of what it looks like out here. First thing you'll notice is that this is a little bit of a wider patio. So not as much depth as the last one we were in, but definitely more length. And you also have a much bigger yard as well. So a lot more privacy too. You got a really tall fence back there so your neighbors aren't gonna be able to see in. You really don't have any windows over here from this house, so that's a huge win. And again, there's not even a house there right now, but when there is, you can see that they're building them pretty far forward, so there shouldn't be any issues with people looking into your backyard at all. So really love that about this particular lot here. It's a nice little backyard. Actually plenty of room if you wanted to put a pool. You could definitely put one here and still have some room for grass. So very nice yard. All right, the master bedroom is actually back here. And this is massive. They put a lot of square footage into this master bedroom. It's bigger than the last one that we toured. So a lot of space went into this master. And again, the master bathroom, still really well done. The shower, really beautiful. It's actually massive, very big shower. Only one shower head though. So it kind of seems like wasted space to me, to be honest. Got your cabinets here. And a pretty good sized closet. Again, not the same size as this last one. And it's still more expensive. So first and foremost, let me know how much you think this home is worth in the comments below. And second, do you think that this home is actually better than the first one we toured? Is it worth more money? Definitely let me know in the comments. All right, off here we have the powder bath. Nothing special there. We have the office still. A little bit smaller size of an office than the last one. And what we are missing is a media room. This one does not have a media room like the other one. So just not as much flexibility for adding bedrooms down the road. Got a smaller laundry room than the last one. Still really nice, good size, better than most. Garage is right out here. And then we're gonna make our way up to the front. And we've got our 2 secondary bedrooms back here. And these are good sized bedrooms. Definitely do not disappoint. Plenty of space in the closets there. Another bathroom. And the last secondary bedroom, this one actually has a walk-in closet. All right guys, so we have been through this entire home, and by now I'm assuming you've already dropped what you think this home is worth in the comments. If you haven't, press pause, let me know what you think this house is worth. But we gotta get to the price of this home. So like we said, the last home we toured was actually bigger, but it was less expensive. This one is a little smaller, but it's more expensive. This home is actually listed just below $700,000 at $699,000. And at first, I didn't get it because by all criteria, the first house is just a better home. I felt like it was more spacious. I liked the design a little bit better. I liked the fact that there was a media room in there. This obviously was a leg up on the last house, the fact that there's this big sliding door. But I think when it really comes down to it, why there is such a big difference in price, why this one is actually a little bit more, all comes down to the lot. This lot is definitely bigger. It's also way better placed, a way better location than that first home we're in. If you remember, that first home was right on that busy road, and that typically drops home values quite a bit. So if you're okay with that busy road, that first home would have been great. But if you're not, this home definitely would make a lot more sense. So that, I believe, is why there's such a huge difference in price. And it's actually, originally the price actually started higher over in that first one, but they've been dropping it because it's just not selling as quickly. All right, we're gonna get to that last home tour very quickly. You're gonna be very impressed by this last home that we're touring. It's definitely worth the little bit of extra money that goes into it. You're gonna see a big difference between this home, the first home, and the last home that we're gonna be touring here. But first, I'm gonna show you something very, very important for you to see that shows you the reality that you would be facing if you do decide to buy in a new construction community. So stick around for that and let's get into it. All right guys, the other thing that agents just do a not so great job at doing is communicating just what it actually means to live in a new construction neighborhood. And what I'm gonna show you right now, we have tons of different homes under construction here. You have a ton of construction traffic. Actually, when I came in to this part of the neighborhood, I had to try about 3 different ways to be able to get and access this particular spot because there's just so much construction traffic. Semis, like what you see right here, blocking the area, blocking the roadway in. So it's just the reality of living in new construction. You're gonna have a lot of dirt, you're gonna have a lot of sites like this. Just not the most convenient thing, especially when you buy new construction because all the other lots around you are gonna be under construction. So you just need to make sure that you're comfortable with that before actually purchasing a new construction lot or a new construction home, because this is your reality, guys. I mean, this is what it looks like. You know, it's not the cleanest look yet. Once it's actually done, then yes, it's gonna look really nice. But for the time being, you're gonna see a lot of this kind of stuff. The other thing to keep in mind when you are buying in a new construction home and you move into the new construction home, you know, generally speaking, new construction homes are actually targets for a little bit of crime. And it's not typically crime that impacts the people that have already moved into homes, but a lot of the lots that have building materials or the homes that are sitting vacant that have materials inside, a lot of times those are targets for thieves to come in and steal the construction material, all that kind of stuff. So you do get some of that traffic and some of those crimes in these new construction neighborhoods, but typically no danger necessarily comes with that, and typically it does not impact the residents that have already moved in. Just something to be aware of so you don't go into this whole thing blind. All right guys, so obviously location is super important, and the last house that we looked at actually seemed to be like it was a good location. Some people might actually disagree with that, and this is why. So right around here, that we're literally a few houses away, these houses over here are actually all rental homes. Now, some people would view that as a good thing, some people would view that as a bad thing. I'm not saying it's either, but if you bought a home and didn't ever realize that there's rental homes right there, all of it, it's a 100% rental community, as well as apartments down here. If you didn't know that, you'd probably be pretty mad about the fact that you bought that home without realizing that. Some people, it's really important to not buy an apartment or buy a bunch of rental homes. And for some people, it doesn't matter. But regardless, you should know before you buy a house. That is why it's so important for you to reach out to me and my team so that we can help you find a good place that you're actually comfortable with and you know everything you need to know about that home before moving in. It's so important. I see it all the time where agents just don't do the proper job. They don't do the proper research. They don't communicate the proper information that you need to know. So if you do not want to be that person, reach out to me and my team and we would be honored to help you make the move here to the DFW Metro. All right, so we are about to jump into more information about that third house that I mentioned beginning of this video, and I'm excited to chat all about the details there. Full transparency, we are not gonna be actually touring any third house. You know, when we went to go tour it, we were notified that the home had actually already sold. So there is no footage, but I did talk to the builder's rep for Toll Brothers that also sold all of the homes in that level of price point that we're gonna look at. And I've got some information to tell you that you're probably gonna wanna hear if you are interested in potentially building or buying in Light Farms. But first, I also wanna talk about just the general landscape of homes for sale in Light Farms. You know, new construction is not the only route. There are resale opportunities available in all sorts of price range here, which we're gonna talk about first. First and foremost though, if you are gonna be going the new construction route, you do have more options than just Toll Brothers. You have several other builders that are in the neighborhood and that are continuing to flock in. There's a new builder that just popped up in the neighborhood. So if you're interested in learning about all of your options with building in Light Farms, then definitely reach out to me and my team. We'd be happy to help you. And same with resale. If you would rather buy a home that's already existing, maybe it's an existing home that's only been around for a few years, or maybe it was built when the neighborhood started around, what I think it was like 2015 or so. There's a huge range of options there. We're able to help you no matter what you're looking at here in a Light Farms neighborhood. Definitely reach out to us. Now on the resale side of things, we've got a huge range of price points right here. I've got a list of pending properties that are currently under contract in the neighborhood. You know, we're ranging from $450,000 for a 4-bed, 2-bath, 2,000 square foot home, all the way up to a $1.3 million house for a 5-bed, 8-bath, 8 baths. Come on, who wants to clean that many toilets? Whew. But 4,400, basically 4,400 square foot. So got a huge range of homes. This first one, let's go ahead and click into it so you get an idea of what you get for $450,000. It's your typical Texas curb appeal right here with the brick. Nice newer cabinets, open layout, feels pretty spacious for a 2,000 square foot home. Pretty standard finishes. This is actually located in Sweetwater, which is why it's a little bit lower price than some of the other homes in other locations of Light Farms. So Sweetwater is part of Light Farms, but it's technically located or technically routes to Celina ISD. And for some reason there, the values just are a little bit more affordable in the Sweetwater portion of Light Farms compared to the normal part of Light Farms. So that's just something to keep in mind as you're looking at homes here in Light Farms specifically. Let's go ahead and jump to, I don't know, about a $600,000 home. This looks good. This is a 5-bed, 3-bath, 2,800 square foot. So we're jumping up 800 square feet. And this is not in the Sweetwater neighborhood anymore, which is also part of the price jump. Nice curb appeal. I actually have a little more siding than you typically see in Texas on the front side. It's usually not a very common thing to see here in Texas. I'm gonna just route through some of these pictures here. Nice spacious interior, high ceilings, huge backyard. It's a really nice layout for $619,000 here in Light Farms. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into another home around the $600,000 price point. This has a good curb appeal. I like that. It's a little bit more modern, really nice light interiors. You know, and this is kind of what you see more of in that mid $600,000 range. You're gonna get a little bit newer home. It's got a little bit more modern finishes, really nice home right here. So this is a good representation of what you can get in that mid $600,000 range. And this one, I don't think I said at the beginning, is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2,400 square foot home. And let's go ahead and jump up to some of the higher price point homes. You know, not tons of people are gonna be buying that $1.3 million house. I will show you inside in a second here. So let's just jump into $900,000 first. We got a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,700 square foot home. This is a Toll Brothers home for sure. Nice home. Love the sliding doors. Nice spacious layout. This is definitely a great home right here. So for that $900,000 range or so, that's what you can expect. And finally, let's jump into that $1.3 million house. Obviously, stunning curb appeal, definitely more of the traditional route. You've got an amazing backyard. Check that out. I mean, this is worth 1.3. You got a nice modern pool, got even the little covered area over there. That is just, it's a sick backyard, guys. Super nice home, beautiful finishes, definitely more of a high-end feel, which is what you can expect when you get past that $1 million range in Light Farms. So you've seen what you can get as far as a house in Light Farms, both on the new construction side and on the resale side. Now you gotta understand what's actually in the community. What are the amenities that you have access to when you live in Light Farms? So let's get to that now. So one of the coolest things about Light Farms is gonna be the amazing amenities that are within the community. This is a true master plan community that the developer really wanted to focus on creating a community that had a lot of spaces to gather and a lot of things to do right within the neighborhood. You don't have to leave Light Farms to be able to meet new people and do things around neighborhood. So that is a huge plus. So what's actually in Light Farms? And honestly, you have your pretty typical amenities. You know, for example, you've got trails. You have 13 miles or more of trails within the neighborhood already. We've got over 240 acres of green space, tons of playgrounds sprinkled throughout. They've done a really good job with landscaping in general. So the neighborhood just feels really beautiful as you're walking through the neighborhood. They've got a gigantic complex with a pool. It's always packed in the summers. So if you're looking for more of like a relaxing pool, I wouldn't say it's necessarily the most relaxing pool because there's always kids there and it's always craziness every time I drive by it. But it's a really cool pool area. You also just have a lot of fitness classes that happen. That's a great way to meet some of your neighbors. You've got a nice clubhouse that you can go work from or just hang out in. The tennis complex is actually pretty good size. They've got tennis courts as well as pickleball courts as well, which is becoming very popular. You've got basketball courts. You've got bocce ball courts. I've never seen that before in a neighborhood. It's pretty cool, actually pretty nice little facility there near the school in Light Farms. You've also got some volleyball courts. You've got the Constellation Park, which is over 90 acres of just open space that basically you could walk to. The trails actually go within Light Farms to Constellation Park. You've got a nice little 11-acre lake there that you can kayak in, you can swim in. They've actually got a beach there as well. So having that right by your community is a pretty big win, to be honest. You've got a dog park and a dog launch at Constellation Park. So if your dog likes to swim, you're gonna see some other dogs there too. So that could be a nice little setup for you. Overall, Light Farms just has done a really good job at putting in really nice amenities and putting in things that people actually want and will keep them in the neighborhood. All right, so like I said, we do not have a third house to tour, but I do have some information to talk about as far as what we were going to tour, and if you're interested in the type of home that I was going to tour for you, some information that you're going to want to hear. So let's get into that now. All right, so we've toured two other Toll Brother homes today. Both of those were in the Elite Collection, and the Elite Collection is kind of their base models. The Select Collection is the other collection available at Light Farms, which has a little bit more of an elevated presence. You have typically bigger square footage homes and also nicer finishes within those homes. And so a lot of people decide that they want to go to the Select Collection if they're looking for that really more elevated design in their home. And so that's what we're going to tour for that third house today. But I was actually informed by the builder's rep that we couldn't tour it anymore because it actually sold that exact day that we're going to tour it. So here we are. But I still want to tell you a lot of information about this collection because these are some of my favorite homes within Light Farms, and they're beautiful, a lot to offer here. And so I just want to show you some options here and give you a little bit of context and show you how much opportunity there is to build here. So first, let's kind of start off with some of the general information. You know, if you're going to be moving up into that Select Collection, your homes or price point are going to range anywhere between that $700,000 range all up to the mid $800,000 range. And that's kind of your base price. Now with that, you obviously have upgrades and options and stuff that you would add onto the house. So some of these floor plans are going to creep into the $1 million mark if you decide to put in a lot of options. But if you're not putting in a lot of options, you can stay closer to that $700,000 range. So that's just something to keep in mind right from the get-go. We're getting into a little bit higher price point with these homes. As you can see right here, I'm gonna actually just cancel this out so you don't have to look at me. We have a lot of different floor plans. I believe there is about seven different floor plans here. The Bastrop has 4 beds, about 2,600 square foot, starts at $718. Cisco is a 4-bed, 3-bath, 3,000 square foot. I actually have a 3rd stall garage as well, and you're gonna have around $765 as your base price. And then we go all the way up to the Pampa plan, which actually has the 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, almost 3,500 square foot. And you have the $823,000 starting price for that. And obviously all of these have stunning exteriors. You do typically have options as far as the exterior goes as well. They'll usually have a few different elevations that you can choose from, as well as a ton of different options on the inside of all of these homes as well. So there are a lot of options for floor plans in this price point and in this square footage range. Also, something else I wanted to just bring up is the overall opportunity to build in light farms. So this is kind of the section that Toll Brothers is building in. So as you can see, there's a lot of options for lots here. There's a lot of availability. What I will say is that the most important thing for you to do when you do reach out to a builder and you're working with your agent is to really hone in on what kind of home you want to build, what floor plan you want to build, because when you do that, they're able to give you a list of all of the possible lots that you can build that on. So it kind of helps you narrow in on lots, because not every lot can handle every floor plan. They do that with intention to make sure there's like variety of homes, that you don't just have the same home lined up next to each other throughout the neighborhood. So that is my suggestion if you were to build a home in a neighborhood like Light Farms, is select that builder first, pick the floor plan, figure out what kind of options you want, so you know the size of lot that you need, and then have the builder be able to tell you the different lots that you could build it on. And hey, if you liked the tour today, you liked those Toll Brothers homes, then you definitely need to check out this video right here, because in that video, we checked out 2 other Toll Brothers homes in the neighborhood Harvest, which is almost just as good as Light Farms and even cheaper. And if you're looking to make the move to the DFW Metro, then reach out to me and my team. We'd be honored to help you make the move to the DFW Metro. Until next time, I'll see you later.